Hi everyone, so our craft this week is we are going to do the 12 brothers of Jacob. So that's Joseph and his 11 brothers. So this is how we do it. So these are the things you need to be able to do that craft we just shown you. So the first thing is these white bits of paper. You need to get your mums and dads to print these pages out. They're on our website. So there's 3 there. There's some pages with lines on. There's a little line man, and then there's a coloured coat. So you need to print those 3 things out. Then you also need to find a plain piece of coloured paper, probably yellow or a sandy colour is probably better. Then you also need a Pritt stick, some colouring pencils or pens, and a pair of scissors. So if you can get all that lot together, then we can start doing all the craft. Right, next thing you need to do is get the paper. You need to fold it down lengthways like Charlotte's showing here, flatten it out, and then fold it back open again, and then fold it halfway the other way, flatten it out, make sure you make the edges really flat, and then you've got to keep on folding over again and fold over again. Now I've put lines on the paper so you can follow those lines. So fold, if you open it back out again, Charlotte, and you should have all the folds should have 12 boxes, all equal size. Okay, then what we have to do is to cut the paper in half right down the middle. So Charlotte's going to do that now. So then when you've done that, we'll have 2 sheets with 6 boxes on each sheet. Nice and carefully cutting, well done, Charlotte. Okay, so you've got 2 sheets like that. Next thing you have to do is grab the sheet of paper with the little line man on. Okay, so you got him, and then you need to cut round him, and like Charlotte's done. Okay, right up to the edges. And then what you need to do is grab one of the sheets and fold all of them up, like so. So you just got one little box there, push it all down nice and flat. Okay, then you need to get your cutout man, place him on nice so it all fills the side of the paper up. And then you need to draw around the man really carefully. The little ones might need a little bit of help with this. What you need to make sure you do is that all the lines for the hands and the feet go right out to the edges of the paper. It should just about fit. That's it, well done, Charlotte. And just make sure you get his legs. There we go. Right, take it off. There we have a man. Okay. Right, the next thing you need to do is now you've got to really carefully cut out that man. And the little ones might need a hand, and the older ones might, because it's quite a lot of thick paper. So we're going to do that now. So we've nearly done the cutting. We're just finishing off now. Charlotte just said it might be easier if you put that man onto card, but it's up to you. Paper might be fine, but if you might find it easier to copy him onto a bit of card before you draw around him. And we just cut all around the man. Just be really careful, or get your mums and dads to do this bit if you're little. Okay, cut them all out, and then you open up the person, and you end up with 6 men. Ta-da! So the next thing we need to do is, once you've cut out both sets of those sheets, you should have 12 men. So the next thing you have to do is get your coloured paper and do what Charlotte's doing, which is stick all of them onto the sheet. Make sure you get it all nicely. Gets a little bit. Be careful with you don't break any of the men, their arms and their legs. Okay, now Charlotte's finished gluing all them in. I'm just going to stick them so they fit all on the sheet of paper. There we are. So there is your 12 men, and these are going to be the 11 brothers of Joseph, so 12 people. Okay, got that? And that's why if you use a yellow or a sandy colour, it's like they're in the desert, because it was a bit where they lived, was a bit of desert. So there we go. Okay, that's the next bit. Okay, so the next bit we're going to do is you can draw on some of the faces on the brothers. So Charlotte's going to do that now. There we are. There we've got faces, noses, eyes and hair. And Charlotte's just going to draw some gowns on some of them. You can spend ages if you want colouring all of them in, or you can just leave them as they are. Up to you. So there we are. So we now have all the brothers coloured in, but you notice that Charlotte's left one of the mans with not coloured in. So what we're going to do now is that on one of those sheets you printed out earlier, you should have a nice coloured coat. Okay, so what you've got to do is cut out the coat like that. Okay, and then Charlotte's going to glue the back of it. And then that becomes Joseph and his multicoloured coat. There, look at that. Okay, there we go. So we've got all our 12 brothers, including Joseph, but there's one thing left to do now. We need to write all their names on. So also on the website, your mums and dads will find a list of names. So we're just going to put those names on in a second. So on the website, you should have found that picture. As you can see, it's got all their names on. Now Charlotte's now going to write their names. You can write them anywhere, but we're going to write them on their sleeves, we think now. Okay, so just remember to put Joseph on that one. All the other ones you can do in the order there, or any order you like, but we're going to put them on as the order in there. And there we are. There is our finished craft. Thank you, Charlotte. Have a go. See how you get on. Bye.